Hi everybody, this is Jonathan Tran with Paramount Financial with Finance in 5 to 10 minutes. We are back again today to talk about PPP Loan Round 2 in our second video of our series about how to apply for this loan if you are a first-time borrower, right? Because some people, they didn't know about it the first time, or maybe they couldn't qualify for some reason, or they missed the boat on the first time, right? So now the government has issued more funding, over $200 billion, and we are able to apply again for round 2 PPP, and the program had opened up earlier for the first-time borrowers on January 11th, even though they said January 11th, but they really delayed it a little bit. But if you are a first-time buyer, this video is for you. If you're borrowing the money for your business, the Payment Protection Program here, they issue the loans to you based on your payroll, right? And you use that to operate your business. So highlights of this program is that how much money can you qualify for? It can qualify up to $2 million. The term, now if you got the loan prior to June of last year, your term is 1% interest a year, has to be paid back in 2 years. Any loans that are after June 2020, the loan term payment is 1% interest still, but it is a 5-year repayment period. Forgiveness, it could be forgiven up to 100%. So we'll talk about the forgiveness in another video. There's no collateral required, no credit check required, right? All you have to be is an eligible business. So how do I apply for something like this? Who can apply? I think the video I want to focus on is more like the small businesses, your local community. A lot of these loans probably be like under $150,000 because that falls into the majority of small businesses. When you have a business, you're set up differently, right? If you are a 1099 person who you receive a 1099, you're a self-contractor, or you're a sole proprietorship, meaning that you operate your business under your own name. When you file your taxes, you have something called a Schedule C, right? So it doesn't mean that you have to have employees to qualify for PPP. If you're a self-contractor, you can qualify as well. So how does that work? So what they will do is they'll take a look at your Schedule C, and then you look at your gross income and you deduct all your expenses out. And when you get to that net income, the net income is what you pay your self-employment taxes on, your Medicare, Social Security tax. And they will base the calculation of your loan on that net income, right? So just say that you made $100,000 this year and your net income ended up being $50,000. So what they would do is they would take your net income as a sole proprietor or self-contractor 1099. You would divide that $50,000, your net income, by 12 months, and then you would multiply it by 2.5. And so when you do that, if you made $50,000, you divide that by 12 and you multiply it by 2.5, your loan amount would be about $10,416, so about $10,000, right? And that's how they calculate the PPP loan, right? So whatever your net income is, what you pay taxes on, that's going to be how they calculate your loan. Now, what if you're a sole proprietor and you have employees too, and you play W-2? Then what you would do is you would add your net income plus any payroll expenses you have together. Then you divide it by 12, multiply it by 2.5, and then you get your loan amount. Something special about this time around is that if you are in the food services business, your multiplier is actually 3.5 instead of 2.5. So actuality, if you were the same person in the food business, you made $50,000 net, then your loan amount would be $14,500. So you would get a little bit more money because the food industry was heavily affected due to coronavirus. And so they're giving higher loan amounts for those who are in the food business. Okay, so those are for your self-contractors, those who receive 1099s, people who operate their business under their own name. Now, what if I have a company, a corporation, LLCs, that you file as a corporation? The income on here, how they calculate it is that they're only going to look at your payroll that you pay for your employees. Okay, so those that are on W-2s. Now, a lot of people have misconception, well, hey, I pay 1099s too. Why can't I use that in my calculation? Well, the banks are just not accepting those calculations for the payroll, right? They say that if those people who got a 1099, those people should go apply as a self-contractor, as in the first recommendation that I explained to you guys. is they should apply for their own loan, right? And they're only going to base it on your W-2. Now, if you have any income from your corporation that rolls up to you personally, that you pay the self-employment taxes on, then you can add that into your calculation. But if you avoided the self-employment taxes, like say you got a K-1 and you didn't pay self-employment taxes on that K-1, you will not qualify for the PPP loan on that amount paid out, right? Only on monies that were collected, the Medicare Social Security tax. Same thing with partnerships. If you have partnership business with somebody else and you receive a 1065 tax form where you file that, only the amounts that you pay self-employment taxes on can be used in the calculation. If you did not pay self-employment taxes, then that does not calculate in, right? So some of these things, if you're not too sure, you talk to your CPA or those who help you file your taxes, and then they could gather these informations for you so that you can see how much loan you can qualify for, right? Nonprofits also qualify for PPP loan as well, and it would fall under the same guidelines as a corporation, right? They're going to look at the payroll ran, and then they're going to do the calculation based on that. Okay, so for the first-time borrowers, what type of business owners and businesses can qualify for that? What kind of paperwork do you need to prepare? You need to have your driver license, a social security number, personal information of any of the owners, right? If you are self-employed, all you need is your 1040 tax return with the Schedule C included in there so they can calculate for you, right? Another thing is that if you're a corporation, then you need to provide your 1120S form or 1120 form along with any payroll 940, 941 payroll forms so that you can show to the bank so that you can qualify for your loan. Same thing with partnerships. You will provide your tax return, the 1065 form, plus any 940, 941 forms that you use to pay out a W-2 to your employees. Okay, so that is for your first draw businesses that have never applied for PPP before. This is the time to do it, right? You have until March 31st to apply. As of right now, $30 billion has been issued out already, so a little more than 10% of the money have been funded. But I'm sure that the deadline, I mean, we're already in February soon, so make sure that you work quickly to file your taxes if you need to for 2020, if you intend to use your 2020 numbers, or you can bring your 2019 numbers and use that to qualify for the loan, okay? So I hope that helps you guys. For those who the first time that are borrowing money for PPP, get it now, keep your business alive, keep going, don't give up. We'll get past all this and we'll do it together, right? So I hope this information was very helpful for you. And I'll see you on the second video coming up that we're going to talk about PPP loans for second draw, people who are borrowing for the second time, okay? So if you guys comment below any questions, concerns, or subscribe to us. Really appreciate you guys following me and Paramec Financial, and we hope to give you guys more great information, okay? Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.